What if your homework could understand itself? What if editing a video took just a few minutes and you literally never ran out of ideas again? Sound too good to be true? Well, if you're a student or a creator, you are in exactly the right place. We're going to dive into the AI tools that are completely changing the game for how we study, create, and work.
So, here's the game plan. First, we'll talk about how this whole AI revolution actually affects you. Then, we're going to build your personal AI toolkit piece by piece. We'll cover smart assistants for studying, creative tools that'll make you feel like a pro, and even apps that can conquer that fear of presentations. And finally, we'll wrap up by looking at what this all means for your future.
All right, let's set the stage. Forget everything you've seen in sci-fi movies. AI isn't some distant, far-off concept anymore. Nope. It's here, it's practical, and honestly, it's already a total game changer for students and creators, especially when it comes to tackling our biggest headaches. You know that feeling, right? The cursor's just blinking on a blank page for that assignment. Or maybe you're a creator and you've just hit that wall, zero new ideas. That feeling of being totally drained by the whole process? Yeah, we've all been there.
Well, that is exactly the problem that this new wave of tech is here to solve. But here's the key thing to remember. Don't think of AI as a replacement for you. Think of it more like your ultimate sidekick, the one that's ready to jump in and help you bust through those roadblocks.
First things first, let's add the first tool to your new toolkit, the Smart Digital Assistant. These are the ones that do all the grunt work for you. The research, the planning, the organizing, so you can focus on the fun stuff, the actual ideas.
Just look at the difference here. On the left, that's the before. Remember that? Hours of digging through articles, your notes are a total mess, and you have no real plan. It's chaos. But now, look at the after on the right. Bam! Instant summaries, super clear notes. It can even create a study schedule for you. I mean, the jump in efficiency is just, wow.
Okay, let's break this down with some real-world examples. Take something like ChatGPT. If you're a student, you can ask it to explain a really tough topic, like, say, quantum physics, but in simple terms. Or it can help you get an essay started. And if you're a creator, it's a lifesaver for writing scripts or brainstorming a bunch of click-worthy titles. Then you've got Notion AI, which is like your project manager. It'll summarize your lecture notes or, hey, plan out your entire content calendar for the month.
Okay, so you're organized, you're planned out, now it's time for the fun part. Actually creating stuff. And this next batch of tools, they are all about unleashing your inner artist. We're talking about things like graphic design and video editing, skills that, used to take years to learn. And again, just look at this before and after. Remember wrestling with clunky, complicated software? It felt like you needed a PhD just to get started. Well, that's the past. The new reality on the right is getting amazing designs with basically one click. It's editing videos in just a few minutes, not a few hours. Canva's AI is a perfect example of this. You can whip up anything, YouTube thumbnails, slick presentations, social media posts, you name it. But the real magic here, it completely levels the playing field. You don't have to be a professional designer anymore to make stuff that looks incredible and actually gets people to stop scrolling.
And it's the exact same story with video. You've got tools like CapCut or Descript that use AI to take over all the boring stuff. Think about it. Automatic captions, done. That annoying background noise in your audio, gone. It'll even help you chop up your footage into those super fast-paced cuts that are perfect for shorts and reels.
All right, let's talk about the next big one. And for a lot of us, it's a really big one. Presentations. Yeah. Whether it's for a class project or you're a creator pitching an idea, public speaking can be terrifying. But guess what? AI is coming to the rescue here too.
Seriously, the whole point of these tools is to make that fear a thing of the past. Imagine not having to stress about slide design or what to write on each slide, so you can just focus on what you actually want to say.
So how simple is it? It's almost ridiculously simple. You take a tool like Tome or Gamma AI, and you just type in your topic. That's it. From there, the AI builds the entire slide deck. It writes the first draft of the content, and it even pulls in images for you. Your job is just to polish it up and then walk in there and nail the presentation.
Okay, so we've looked at a bunch of really cool, practical tools. But before we finish, let's zoom out for a second and look at the big picture. Because this is about so much more than just a few neat apps. What we're really talking about is a huge shift in how we're all going to learn and create from now on.
And if there's just one thing you remember from all this, please let it be this. AI is not your replacement, it's not your competition, it's your partner.
It's the thing that takes care of all the boring, tedious stuff, which frees up your brain power for the things that we humans are amazing at. You know, big ideas, creative thinking, and real strategy.
So here's the bottom line. The future, whether you're a student about to start your career or a creator trying to grow your channel, is going to belong to the people who master these tools. Knowing how to use AI isn't just a nice-to-have skill anymore, it's absolutely essential.
Look, the tools are here. They're easier to use than ever, and they are unbelievably powerful. The future really does belong to the learners, the people who jump in and figure this stuff out. So the only real question is, are you ready?